Welcome, guys, to the Blockchain Brew Show. I'm T Square. This is my homeboy, Home Slice Skillet Trent, the Trentinator. And we had to go live today, guys. One, we needed a beer, ain't gonna lie. And two, the markets are going phenomenal today. Wow, Trent, there is I hear myself.
Hmm?
I hear myself.
You hear yourself?
Yes,
What do you mean you hear yourself?
I hear myself. I hear myself. No, it's
Do
okay.
you have a tab open with
I might have a tab open with us in it.
yeah, that's
Here we go.
why.
I'm like, that is really distracting. Okay.
I can
Back to
imagine.
what we're saying. We're gonna have a beer today. We're gonna have a good rating, hopefully, for our beers because we like to drink good beers. And we are going to talk some crypto because crypto's pumping and everybody loves making money. Green days are fun days. And where's my stuff?
Yeah, I was gonna say the people need
Hit
yeah.
that smash button. Bam, 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 bam. Smash it like that. That's what we want. Get that camera to shake. And we also got to subscribe. No. So smash that subscribe bell. It's in the corner. On one of these corners, I presume.
He just said smash so hard the camera shakes.
Yeah, that's the point. It gives it like that real like vibe. Anyways, so we're gonna talk some crypto, and my friend Trent will take us into his his beer.
Today,
What's your beer?
today we've got from Monkish Brewing a foggier window. We've got a double dry hopped double IPA, a foggy IPA, coming in at 8.1%. And go ahead and crack this. Gotta get the angle here.
That's almost more yellowy, orangey than normal. It's coming straight out of the can. Oh, you got a good head too. Very aromatic. I could smell it from here.
So foggy. This is not my first time around the block with foggier window. This is one of Monkish Brewing's flagship beers. They release it several times a year, and there's really only one appropriate word to describe foggier window. It's orange juice. It's straight orange juice. And that's basically
The
what
fog.
you need to know about it. Cheers.
The fog. Cheers.
On the nose, literally on the nose. It's like have you eaten an orange peel? Like the peel of an orange?
Not intentionally.
Not intentionally,
That's
right? But
opening.
yeah, but everybody inadvertently knows what the peel of an orange smells and tastes like, right?
Smells great. Tastes terrible.
Yeah.
Ruins
Yeah.
my taste buds for the next 5 minutes.
Well, on the nose, it's all orange peel. And literally, I can't make this up. On the palate, it's like the orange itself. It's like a mimosa almost.
Really? It's an
But
orange beer?
well, I mean, look, I'm talking about the subtleties of it. Of course, that's behind like the hops, and
Yeah.
it's still a you know it's definitely everything that you want in an IPA in terms of that hoppy punch.
And you
But
said it was a double, right? A double IPA?
yeah,
Okay.
but behind it you've got like that orange. So
Nice. Very nice. Well, let me pop mine open. So what we got? I got my little chill mug. Next to the rings. And I brought to you guys Puffy IPA. Just a single IPA. Nothing
nice.
crazy like Trent's triple. It is Reuben's Brewery out of Seattle. So 6.5% alcohol. What's IBU stand for?
IBU is the bitterness rating.
Oh. Well, what's 30?
30 is pretty low.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a
Yeah,
single. So we're gonna pop it
a lot
open.
of
Here
hazy
it is.
IPAs are like 30 or so.
Woo! And I'm gonna get me a big head on this one. Look at that, Trent. Look at that. Look at that pour.
Get you
Can't
that
see it.
big head.
There we go. We got the head. Stopped it right near the top. A little bit of the can. Did you see that? I was just pouring it like 14 inches into it. It was like a straight piss stream coming out. It was fantastic looking. You know, like the perfect ones. Let me get a good sniff. Oh yeah, dude. You know that aroma when it's like just perfect, like undescribable amount of words. It's very fruity, straight to my nose holes, man. I was like, I can smell this sucker all day. Mine also smells a little bit citrusy, so I'm gonna pour the rest of it in here. All right, let's actually take a look at the color. Color, you know, as a single, it's really not. What'd you call it? Foggy. Mine's not that foggy, man. It's pretty like rated on a grade of like 1 to 10. I'll give it like a 3 in the fog. Not a lot of fog, but it's the aroma of it, man. It's just filling up this circle right around me, man. Whew, smells good. I knew when I got this can, this puffy IPA, it just looked like a good can to try. I ain't gonna lie.
So what I was looking for on my phone was I usually mean to say this on the front end. The hops that are in this are Citra, Galaxy, and Nelson. So it's the combination of the Citra and the Galaxy that's giving that that oranginess to it. Nelson, if you ever have an IPA with just Nelson hops, the only way I can describe it is dank. It's like, and by
No.
for real,
I don't do those dank ones, man. I had somebody brought some up. They sell the dank ones, and the hop on it, it's high. Man, it was weird, different, way different than I normally drink. It wasn't like bad. Like it really has to be like a specific setting for me to drink a dank beer.
Yeah, I don't mind. Or I mean, I like Nelson hops, like if it's in a mix of other hops, but sometimes you'll get ones that are single hopped with just Nelson. I'm kind of not a big fan of those because it's just too much dank. You know, this you get that dankness like behind the citrus and the juice and the pillowy, foggy.
Like mine is, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, mine's the dank got you, man.
Yeah.
You know, with this puffy IPA, the aroma is like phenomenal. Like I give it almost one of the perfect ratings you can get. It just smells good and fills a circle. The taste is kind of different. It's very soft, very, very soft. Like it doesn't like my last that ale that I had. It was like very harsh, like straight to your palate. This puffy one is, here it is again, just in case you want to see it. It's very soft. It doesn't have a punch, but the bad side of that, I feel like it's not very super memorable. The flavor almost, it's like it's very mild hop with the bitter, and that's kind of how I recognize it. Like it was a lot more citrus. Like the aroma was very citrusy. It's I don't know how to describe it. It's like almost to like what you said. It's kind of has like a peel, like a bitter part of a peel, like flavor, like I almost want to say like a lemon or an orange, like what you said, like almost want to say like a lemon or a lime with a little bitter aftertone to it, and that's the flavor. You know, I'm not the biggest fan, and I'm not saying that it's a bad beer. I like a little bit more flavor in my beers. That's just me. But the aroma when you pop the can, dude, that's all. That's gonna give it a good rating to bump it up there. So, and I like the head too. The head, I don't know how to describe it because I can't see it, but it came back down quicker than other ones. So
Yeah.
You made it easier to enjoy quicker. I was reading online that actually I don't know if I was reading or somebody told me that when you take 2 beers, like when you go to the bar, you're supposed to get 2, and you pour one straight into a glass, and then you drink this, or you drink the second one, and the one in the glass you let it sit there so the head actually comes back down, so it doesn't expand in your stomach, cause that gas and bloat.
We're into mythology now, guys. No, I'm kidding. No, I think that's true. I mean, the easier solution for that is just a more vigorous pour, you know. But
That's true.
yep. Well, we
Yeah.
headed on to market overview.
Market overview. What?
I'll go ahead and present here, share my screen, and I'm gonna start with a little article here. So Bitcoin news: recession fears could spark the next big rally. Um, the real takeaway from this. So we have as economic recession fears mount, many analysts believe that Bitcoin could be poised for its next major bull run. Despite Bitcoin's recent price decline, down 24% from its January 20th peak of $108,500. On some exchanges, I think that pierced 109. Um, at least what I was looking at. Um, Leading institutional voices like BlackRock are framing the downturn as a buying opportunity, particularly if recession-induced liquidity surges hit the economy. So the Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta projects a 2.8% GDP contraction in Q1 2025, the worst quarterly performance since Q2 2022. As unemployment rose to 4.1% in February, the highest rate since 2023, with 200,000 jobs lost over the past 6 months. Recession probability for mid 2025 now stands at 36%, up from 23% in 2024. So, guys, this sounds like a bad thing, right? Well, what we're reading here is that the recession risk and the recession probability, they're giving it a 36% chance of a recession, up from 23% last year. We see that the GDP, the growth of the economy is down, and unemployment is up, right? So here's the real point. If Bitcoin rallies during a recession, it could finally prove itself as a non-correlated hedge against fiat and equities. The shift could reposition Bitcoin as a global macro asset, attracting sovereign wealth funds, pension funds, and nation states looking to de-risk from fiat inflation and debt. So here's my point, and I'm going to come to the CME. Oh, you couldn't see any of that, huh?
No, I was going to ask you if you can read it, but I was like, well, you're on a roll. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh, you're good. You're good. It's actually fine because I'm going to add that to stage, and then I'm actually gonna go over here instead to the CME, the FedWatch tool. So here's the point about the recession. The way traditionally that the Fed combats combats recession. I'm going to give you a little guess at that.
Thanks, kicking in.
Yeah, give you a little guess at that. You know how the Fed combats recessions, right? We talked a little bit about this on Saturday. They print money. Hey,
You know it, man. I've seen those machines at work. And to your point.
Did you freeze? I think Tyler froze, guys. Well, I'm gonna keep talking while he unfreezes. Um, so, anyways, the point about the recession is that when the nation is at risk of recession, the classic way that the Federal Reserve combats a recession is they print money, right? We move from quantitative tightening to quantitative easing. And by quantitative easing, I mean the printing of money, the injection of liquidity and capital into the economy. So, during COVID, that looked like stimulus checks, right? Um, More than likely, what we're going to see here is rate cuts. And when we come over to the Federal Reserve watch tool, um, let me bring it up again and share this with you guys. We have the watch tool here is giving a 90% chance of rate cuts in June. So we have a 10% chance of cuts in May. It's probably not going to happen in May. If it did, it would be very bullish. Like if rates got cut and the odds are not in favor of a rate cut, that would be incredibly bullish. But um, whatever this tool shows is really always what happens. But we're looking at that 90% chance of rate cuts in June, and that's going to give the fuel that's needed in the bull run.
Hey, I'm
What
back.
happened to you? Where'd
You
you
don't
go?
know. I was literally there, and then I thought you disappeared on me, and I was like, where did you go? And then I looked down, and some reason, my internet disappeared. I don't know. I don't
Do
know.
you remember what you were getting ready to say?
I was telling you that the article that you were talking about was related to something I read online about BlackRock saying that they believe the recession that will be inbound will boost crypto just right through the
Yeah.
roof, which happened with COVID too. A lot of people lost their jobs with COVID, and guess what happened? Literally, like the news of COVID crashed the market to, I think Bitcoin went down from like 20K to 3K to 60K, 69K. Rocket. It's a springboard.
Did you say 69K? Why is it got to be 69K?
I don't make I don't make the numbers up. That's just what it is.
Okay, carry on.
Ah,
There's an important point about that. Like it's a catch 22. Like nobody wants a recession. It's hard on families. People, unemployment goes up. People lose jobs. Stuff gets more expensive. Um, it's a hard economy in a recession. But it's 69
what?
420.
Well, you know what they say, Trent. We're like the greatest. What's the word? The greatest like distress in history or whatever is where the greatest opportunities come from.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
yes, it's gonna be scary, but that's where you will make your generational wealth is in those opportunities that come.
Yeah. Hey, and one of my favorite YouTube videos of all time is like a grainy 2010 YouTube video. You gotta look it up later, of a guy named Phil Robertson, something
Is
like that.
he Duck Dynasty?
No,
That
different
is a
one.
Phil Robinson though.
Yeah. No, oh, sorry, this guy's Phil Davison. Sorry, Phil Davison, and he was running for like a county treasurer office in Stark County, Ohio. And this guy gets up to give his speech and gives an absolute diabolical rant. And he starts one of his points. He goes, he goes, you know what they say, and he's screaming at the top of his lungs. He's like, you know what they say in the middle of opportunity, and his voice cracks, and then he's like, he gets the quote wrong, and he backpedals it, and he goes, in the middle of difficulty. I mean, in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. But but it is true though. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Like nobody wants a recession, but if you're in good assets, with a good value proposition that have utility, that are fundamentally strong, eh, that have good tokenomics, if you're in crypto, um, it's it's going to be a good time for your bags. And again, just to recap, the reason for that is very simple. You have rate cuts being good for risk on assets, right? There's more credit in the market, right? And most of the money in the world we know is actually credit. Um, so debt is cheaper to buy.
And I think that's actually like 99.9% of all
Yeah.
cash is not cash. It's all credit. You know what I mean? Because it's like houses and homes and bonds and gold and certificates. That's you go to the bank and ask for 10 grand, they're gonna laugh at you. They're like, yeah, come back in a month. You're lucky if you can even come back in a month and they'll have it.
Right. So debt is cheaper to buy as they cut rates. We have a 90% chance of rate cuts in June. And the other thing that we're going to see, because they do it to combat a recession, the way that you combat a recession and the way that you combat high unemployment is by printing money and injecting that money into the economy through various forms of stimulus. And I don't just mean stimulus checks, I mean stimulus for companies, because it frees up the capital that's needed for companies to keep more employees and keep income coming through people's pockets, so it's spent in the economy, and the GDP, the economic growth, can continue to rise, or at least not fall. So it's all one big circle, and when that circle gets disrupted, it's a broken system. But when that circle gets disrupted, the way that they bandage it is to print money. And the money is printed, the value of the dollar goes down, then the price of Bitcoin valued against the dollar goes up and away.
Up. Like the chart you showed us last time, the amount of dollars in existence is always going up, and I was like, that's kind of a scammy looking chart. And
Yeah.
at the same time, the price of Bitcoin always goes up, not because it's scammy, but because the amount of dollars that are being created are causing it to go up, because Bitcoin's a finite amount of supply. And I think I've did the math on this before, Trent, and you could correct me if I'm wrong. Actually, I think I made an older video about this, is that there's only 21 million Bitcoins in existence. And I looked it up this is 4 or 5 years ago. And I was like, how many millionaires are in the world? It was at the time, it was like 133 million. And I was like, there you go. If you wanted to own, if you're a millionaire and you want to own one Bitcoin, it's not possible. I mean, all the millionaires bought one. It was like, you had to buy like, I don't know, freaking 21 times 130. You there? Or I lag out again? You're really good if you're freezing up. Well, I'm gonna keep going anyways. I said, I can't tell if you're frozen or if I'm frozen. You frozen or am I frozen? Huh? Are you frozen, Trent, or am I frozen? Well, regardless, 133 millionaires in the world. There's only 121 million Bitcoins. You could do the math on that. It's significantly small. And then to add on to that, 4 million Bitcoins are approximately lost. So if you really want to get technical about it, you could say there's only 17 million of them, and then do the math on that of 133 million people. And that's people, that's globally. I mean, like you talk about like just the US, that's like I'm going to throw a number out there. Let's say 35 millionaires out there. So even still, it's like significant, like a third or a half of Bitcoin if all the millionaires just wanted to buy it, which a lot of people like BlackRock and MicroStrategies or Now Strategies owns 500,000 Bitcoin. So that takes a significant amount of them off the table for even the millionaires who want them. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm back.
I just wanted to make sure. Man, you did a cold hard like freeze statue, and I had like the way you had your face. I was like, I can't tell if he's there or not. I'm like, he would mess with me right now, and I would pinch him if he was in some way of a close.
Hey, it's a bad habit, but I had way too many tabs open, and the
And
minute I tried to run TradingView, it was too much for it to handle. You know, I think, you know, I don't want to look too much at the charts at the charts because like what I just said I think is the important part. I do want to say though that I've made 2 predictions. Made more than 2 predictions, but I've made 2, you know, important market predictions here on the Blockchain Brew Show. One of them, you know, we're kind of still waiting on, which is the Bitcoin dominance breakdown at the end of March and in the start to altcoin season, even if that's a slow start. But my other prediction was just last week, and I was saying that I think we're gonna get a Sunday Monday rally for Bitcoin and crypto. And I mean, we got that. The price of Bitcoin on the daily chart is now back above the 21 EMA that I'll put on a line here for you guys. Whoa. I didn't mean for all that to come up. But anyways, you get the point. It's coming right here above this white line at 85.7. And we've now closed the candle above that and we're holding it as support. And the RSI, you know, we had this bullish divergence on the RSI and we're you know, that's marked by, you know, lower low on the price with a higher high on the RSI. It's bullish divergence, and right now we're sitting at 50 on the RSI on the daily, and we're not oversold until we're over 70. So we still have room to run. And in the actual hype cycle of the bull run, the RSI can stay oversold for weeks and months, actually. So we have room to run, and yeah, we got that 2 big green candles Sunday, Monday, which is exactly what I was watching out for.
Green Day is good.
Yes. So, any market thoughts for you? If not, you can run into your top picks or your wins.
Man, yeah. Let me see if I can share my screen with you.
Let me get mine off. There you go.
Represent. Share screen. Yes. We're going to go here. It's not my actual official one. I'm just had to load it up temporarily because I haven't quite logged into mine. Woo! Come on. If you guys remember last day, I was just talking about this. 30%, guys. You know, I believe in this coin. That's why I'm in it. So I'm not just shilling it. I have a lot of it, and I love this coin. And if you got into it when I was talking about it down here at 8 cents, would be up 30% today. Come on, man. If you longed that on 3x leverage, which is very minimal, you got 100, almost dang near 100% gains. I mean, can't quite beat that. That's a fantastic day. And then as well, we were talking about.
Are you hold on. You're not, let me add your, now you're sharing. There you go. You were pointing to Crow, right?
Yeah, I was at Crow.
Yeah,
I was like dang near 30%, baby. 3x leverage, you're just about 100%. That's fantastic.
Heck yeah.
And then I was also talking about Beam, which was one of my picks this week. It's up down a little bit for the day, but it's up 32% for the week as well. So pretty good right there, as well as
I'm digging the bubbles. Smash the like button if you like the bubbles.
right. I love the bubbles, man. It's easy on my eyes.
I,
So
ne-
we
I never used that. What's that website?
this is crypto bubbles. It's the
Hmm.
best, and you should see my favorite list. I have it on my phone. It's easy. It's easy, man. I like it. But I said Superverse. What, Trent? Yesterday, day four yesterday, up 10%. 3x leverage, 30%. And I'm picking, the reason I picked Super and Beam is because they're in the gaming atmosphere and they don't focus on one game. They focus on a broad variety of games. So you can kind of buy one and kind of you get a little bit of everything. So that's a really good pick. I do believe so. That's myself. And then, they got the granddaddy of all games. I don't own any Avalanche, but everybody loves Avalanche. And usually when Avalanche
I
kind of starts
sold.
going, you fold.
I
You don't
sold.
like it? I don't like it, man. I don't really like it either, but they do
Yeah.
own a lot of the gaming stuff. Usually when Avalanche pumps, they all pump, which maybe
Yeah.
not today because it didn't really pump. But it is
I
a
sold. I sold a couple grand worth and snagged more ondo with it. You know,
I think that's
I
probably
was too
a better pick.
diversified. That's a thing.
I think you're probably right. I think that's a better pick. Let's see here if I can try to change this. Day market cap. What's the one I'm freaking looking for? Oh, here it is. Top 100. Go by the day. So these are top 100 coins. You got your Pepe right here at 7%. It's probably the granddaddy. It's probably this. I think this might be the Doge of this run. You got what are you thinking about that? As the meme coin, the meme coin pick, because everybody knows Pepe's the dominant troll.
I don't know what to think about this anymore. Like that's more your area, but like I don't know what to think about that. For a minute I was like thinking that that Whiff, had a chance to be like the dog coin of this cycle, but I don't know, dude. They got so crushed
Dude, I
in
don't get
this
it.
altcoin bleed that it's like
I
Uh,
mean, I'm a Bonk
I mean,
fan, man.
just to get back to where they were in December, January, I mean, it's quite the X's that they have to
There
put
you
up.
go, right there, man. The whole year, that's
Yeah.
we're lower than dirt. But like I
Yeah.
said, remember where we are the worst is where the greatest opportunity you have to gain. And even
Yeah,
still,
it's true. They're gonna get their, it's like a trampoline. They're gonna get their bounce for sure. But man, I just hate the idea of trying to time these things. Like,
I do too.
like
I bought Bonk over here, and I sold it someplace right around here for Turbo. But I do think 30% for the week. This does look like it could be a possible uptrend from here. Whoop, we'll go way up,
yeah, yeah.
and then we'll come crashing down back to where we're saw. But
It,
back to
if you're buying at those levels, like you're gonna get your bounce, but the real issue is an emotional discipline issue. Like more so than you have to learn that lesson with any coin, right? But more so with this. Like if you're up 2, 3, 4x, like take your profits because there's no way you're gonna time it.
I'm just cracking up because people were saying BNB was pumping. And I was like, no, it's not. I gotta look this up. I'm like 2%. That's BNB pumping.
I
That's not.
hate BNB.
You hate BNB? I know. I actually like BNB, but it's just so doggone slow.
I hate a lot of things if you haven't noticed.
What do you hate? Hey, Piecoin's a pretty cool one though. You can mine it from your phone. I
Oh,
did. I got.
Pi, I meant to talk about that. Um, I did you see how crushed that thing got?
Well, I'm looking at the charts right now, but the sucker, man, it just came out. You got to give it a break to kind of find its flooring.
No, I'm not giving the Pi people any break
Why?
because look, this thing
Six.
it's
It's
gonna
really
crush people, and it's not necessarily because it's bad or it's a bad idea or it's a scam. That's not necessarily the reason. It's just the simple fact is that there is no world in which people in which the market is going to let that many people get away with mining pi on their phone for free for years and then just cash out millions of dollars and not pay the piper. Like I I don't know, man.
Exactly that,
I
though.
just have a bad feeling about that. Like nothing's that easy, and we're seeing it right now. Like how many people, when this went live and started trading, how many people saw the climb up to $2.74 and thought to themselves, "Oh my God, I have life changing money right now, but my greed is kicking in. I'm gonna hold out for more." And it's just look how fast it tanked.
Okay, well,
And is and here's the thing, how many people are selling right here?
you know,
Like,
I'm how many
I
people
don't
are
know, man,
buying
it
right
just
here?
huh?
How many people are buying right here? And how
Yeah,
many people are excited that they finally could do something with the pie and they're gonna wait till the peak of the bull run? A lot of people
I don't know, dude. Some are gonna win just like anything.
I
But
got
the market has a mind of its own. It's
do you
like
have any
it's
pie?
something
Do you have do you have any pie, Trent?
no. Well, on my other phone, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Haters gonna hate, man. I got 780 coins of pie that I can sell right here, right now, and I'm gonna sell it. And I have another 3,800 that I can claim, and I am going to move my pie coin into something like Undo. Like
Yeah.
Trent said, Undo is great. Or Sui. I think pie coins could be a fun way for people to get to. It's kind of like almost like a meme. I think I don't know what it actually does, but people mined it on the phone, and it took a couple years to 5 years to come out, and now you can finally sell it years later. And granted, Trent was saying that it's not super worth it, and I can't say if it is or is not, but you get like for no anybody on your network, your triangle, tree, you get like a third of a pie now an hour. Like it used to be significantly more. I think I was getting like 12 pie a day at one point.
Sorry. Yeah, dude, I don't know. It's just the market has a mind of its own. The market has its own psychology, and any trading that's done in crypto, even DCA, is like you're trading against the market, and the market is just not going to let that many people win that easy.
It's okay. It's gonna let me win. That's all that matters. They don't care about me. I only want my pie to count. That being said,
No, we care about the brew community too, even though
yeah,
it's
oh yeah. But I mean, I wrote pie off a
the
long time ago.
the
I mean,
the nine of us from the brew community that are in here right now.
we should invite some of these guys on here that created like the Monkish Company or the Puffy IPA, and see if they're heads of the companies, or if they want to send somebody on the show to come talk about like their beer.
I have a feeling they'll probably want us to be bigger first, but yes, that would be dope.
Well, if I keep drinking the beers, I will become bigger. There's no doubt about that. Man, look at you go, Crow.
The question is how big.
Hour. He's a slow mover, but when it goes, it goes.
So talk to us about some crow. That was your win for the week, right?
Yes, it was. Let's see if I can pull up there. So I'm gonna change screens real fast. Actually, I wonder if I could. If I'm sharing this one screen with you, I wonder if I can go to crypto.com on it and not have to share another one. Oh, hey, it worked. Let's see if I can find the roadmap. Keep us entertained for a second, Trent. Well, I don't usually do it on the computer. Usually I find it. Oh, there it is. I think I found it. I'm trying to find the roadmap for crypto.com or Crowcoin.
Tyler said keep us entertained, so I'm just gonna let swirl this for a minute and let us see the legs on it.
Okay, well, I'll talk about crypto.com too. So we got one, crypto.com, it's got the name. Okay. You can't beat crypto.com. Even the Gen X's and everybody, it's a .com thing. You know, crypto or IO, it hasn't hit yet. Crypto.com's got the name. I'm sure they'll get the IO eventually if they don't already have it.
It's always going to be the Staples Center.
Yep, we got crypto baskets, which is ETFs, and they're super awesome. I'll have to show you guys a deep dive on it.
That's really cool, actually.
The crow basket's fantastic. I used to like Coinbase as an exchange, but for newbies and people who are new and want to get diversification, even myself have looked into the crypto.com baskets, and they have a nice variety. You want to get into AI, you put your money in this basket, the top AI projects. You want to get into layer 2s, you got into layer 2s projects. You want to do things that are RWA, put it in there. You don't have to do the research, they do it for you. Boom. So that I think is huge. They're expanding in different countries. We got fiat on and off ramp expansions, rewards in Bitcoin, institutional custodians. We're looking at crypto rewards maximizer, which I'm not 100% sure what that is. It looks like they're coming out with their own stable coin. Trading tools, Kronos 1, probably a web browser of some sort, Singularity Net, AI. They're filing for this year a Kronos ETF, which is a Crow coin. Okay, so now you got to remember this. Chris, I can't remember his last name, is Abelinsky or something like that. Sorry, Chris. But whatever your name, last name is, you were down at the crypto summit.
As if Chris is watching the Blockchain Brew Show. Yeah, hey, one day.
This clip will come back out. He was down there at the crypto summit. You know, yep. He talked to Trump. He knows how to get an ETF, and that's what he's working on doing. That'll be big. And you got stock options, which, believe it or not, Washington State is a place you can actually buy stocks currently right now. And so
could one say they're going to compete with Robinhood?
I think they're going after Robinhood's market 100%. In fact, it's kind of almost backwards, like Robinhood with stocks going into crypto. Crypto's the future going into stocks, which is kind of nice because I think instead of them buying like the blue chip cryptos, we got all the cryptos and we're going to get the blue chip stocks, you know, and it's going to weed out all the things that you don't even know ever existed or are dead or whatever. You got commodities and index derivatives, yield on cash, which is like staking and DeFi. They call it 1 second, 1 cent for transfers. I think this is passed already for the most part because I think, don't quote me on this, maybe it's not because it's not check marked, but I thought they said either Washington State or had it, but I could be wrong, where it's you could do a transaction, it only costs you 1 cent. And they want to become also a bank with international banking and business accounts. Debit card expansions in the Middle East, Latin America, and Africa. Coming out with a credit card here soon. I'm not 100% sure what Prime Card is. Whether I don't know. I don't think I can afford it. And 10% travel rebate. So, yeah, you know, crypto.com. Now I'll see if I can actually find the roadmap for the Crow coin. I'm going to actually Google it. See, that might be the fastest way for me to pull it up. Don't look at any of my search history.
Whoa.
I'm just saying. You don't know what I'm Googling.
Garbage.
Yeah, right. Kronos. Roadmap. Hey, you know what? Don't be.
You're garbage, man.
Hey, don't be hating on the garbage, bro. Don't be doing it. This screen's so blaring bright. I'm like, can't see. My eyes are going blind. All right, this is crypto.com roadmap. You son of a gun.
That white screen makes you look like the ghost of Christmas past.
Yes. Yes, it does. You know what? I might have to pull this up later.
Okay. If you don't have any other thoughts, how about we head into what you found in the garbage?
You know, I don't really have like anything special today. You know, I probably find something once a week, give or take. But I'll give you a story.
Yeah. Hit us with a story.
Last year on my birthday, so it's extra special. You know, I had to help some guy on his route. He called out sick. I'm like, okay, fine. I've never done his route. I can do it. I don't miss stuff. So I went around like this whole neighborhood, this whole block. I picked every single can. I was like, okay, good. And I drove around to the next area, left my box out there, and I took it and whoop and brought it back down. And I was like, yeah, I'm ready to do the next area. And I was like looking at it, I was like, you son of a gun. somebody left a pair of pants and they didn't roll them up and they're caught on the stupid hook and they can't jiggle it off. I'm like, I guess I have to go get it off, man. And I dropped my door shut, so our mirrors are like in the way of the door, so we have to adjust the mirror, get the door open, and I'm like getting out. I'm like, wait a second. The pants are there anyways. I should just check the pockets. I might as well if I'm getting out and I have to move them. So I got out and got my gloves, and I was like checking the front pocket. And I was like, nah, no. I went in the back one. I was like, nah, that. And I was like, wait. I was like, whoa, what's this? Like, it was an envelope, a blank envelope. I'm like, okay, well, this is kind of a good sign, right? You know, let's just pop it open. Pop that sucker open. I'm like, reach in. I'm like, I see a 20. I'm like, oh, bam! I throw that envelope out. I'm like, 50, 100, and 2 20s and a 10. I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about on my birthday. Oh yeah, I don't know who threw that sucker out, but that's what I'm talking about. That's how you make me happy on my birthday. I think I walked away with $250, man. Freaking 150. No, it had to be more than that. It was 100, 2 50s, 2 20s, and a 10. That's what it was. And you know, a Christian man as I am, I couldn't rightfully take it if I knew where it came from. It was guilt-free, man. It was mixed in everything else, and I went around a whole other neighborhood. I was like, I don't know whose pants these were. There was no name on those envelopes. Guilt-free. I'm sorry. You lose it, you threw it out. Finders keepers, man. Finders freaking keepers. Everybody knows that. Can't go wrong, man.
Yeah.
I went and bought $250 of H-bar in that bear market. That's right, man. Bought that H-bar token at 4 cents a pop. Look at that sucker right now, 20 cents. And it was not too long ago, it was 40. Thinking, I think we'll see a $2 H-bar this morning.
Yeah. Hey, for anyone that didn't see the last segment, Tyler whipped out, no pun intended, he whipped out a couple of Dysons on here on the show that he found that people just threw away.
Yeah.
It's crazy. This is like a
clean. Silly people. Yeah, all you gotta do is open up the vacuum and take out the shit, and then you got a new vacuum. That's it. Modern soap, Trent.
Well, do you have any other thoughts before I head over to Cardano Spotlight?
No, head there right now. I'm really interested for you to tell me what you hear about that meme coin of yours.
A meme coin.
Can you tell me what the Cardano logo is? You're an ADA guy, right? Tell me the spotlight.
Yeah.
Use the spotlight to go on a deep dive on the Cardano logo. Where did it come from?
That's a good question. Maybe I can find that out and
what is it?
Answer that on the next one. I don't know what it is.
Show everybody the picture. You can pull up the picture of it.
I can, but I'm headed to this over here.
And you are gonna make me pull up the picture, aren't you?
Pull up the picture then.
Pull it up just because I know you're not going to pull it up.
So, what I want to look at here is IAGON. Have you heard of IAGON?
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to tell me what it is.
A lot of people have, but so
are you part of the Cardano Crocs Club?
No.
She should be. You got Crocs.
Yeah, I know. But
so
I usually don't get involved with
Trent. My screen, please.
Okay, let me pull it up. Where are you at? You're not showing. Oh, there you are.
Oh, I'm showing.
Okay.
Oh, I'm showing. You tell me, what on earth is this?
I think it's like
There's no thinking. No thinking. I need to know.
I don't know. Ask ChatGPT.
You ask ChatGPT. You're the Cardano Spotlight. And you can't ask ChatGPT and make up your own answer too.
No, I don't want to burn the time to do it though. So
Next time, next
next time.
spotlight, we'll figure it out what the logo really is.
So last time, or a couple segments ago, on the Cardano Spotlight, I a hashtag Ada Gang. Um, I bought like a few $100s of Indigo token here on the channel, and I'm gonna make another buy this week, and we're gonna get up to $1,000 worth of Indie token here on the stream. But the project I want to point out today is called IAGON, and Indie I had said was like the RWA play on Cardano, right? It was a $25 million market cap, and right now Indie is about 1.5 ADA for one Indie token. At the all-time high, you were paying about 14 ADA for one Indie token on a DEX. So, guys, that's I mean, if Cardano goes to $5 and which I mean I am thinking it'll go past it. I don't think it'll go much past it. I'm not looking for 10 or 12 this cycle, but let for easy math, let's say ADA goes to $5 and let's say it doesn't quite get to that 14-to-1 ratio. Let's say we get to, I don't know, um 10 10 ADA for one Indie token. Guys, that's like $50 for an Indie token, and it's $1.03 right now. And that's like not even unachievable. It's a $25 million market cap right now. So um that could
Right.
easily happen, especially since Indie is, and this is all stuff I said the other day, but Indie is combining RWAs, it's tokenized assets on the Cardano, tokenized real world assets on the Cardano blockchain, and they're also incorporating AI agents. So for 5,000 Indie tokens, you can bond to an AI agent that's going to trade uh, on DeFi with your real world assets, and it's going to automate your DeFi trading and scalp you a 0.5% a week or something. Um, so, there's Indie token. If Indie is the RWA play, on Cardano, IAGON is the Web3 DPIN AI play on Cardano. It's the render of Cardano. In other words.
IAGON
So,
is
yeah, yeah. So come over here to CoinMarketCap, and the total supply is a billion IAGON, and the circulating supply is 376 million. So, I mean, there is a lot of unlocks, but we covered this about Indie too, guys. The place where the token supply inflation is really going to hit your bags is in the bear market. That's why it's so much more important to take profits, especially when you get into um, newer coins and lower cap coins, because the token inflation is going to eat you alive in the bear market while the price is also going down. But we've got $104 million market cap, so it's coming in quite a bit higher than Indie, which you know probably means there's more opportunity in Indie. But if you like the Cardano ecosystem, it's probably a good play to hold both. And we come over here to the about section. It says IAGON is an AI-driven shared storage and compute economy, bridging decentralization with compliance. IAGON's autonomous, innovative cloud service marketplace provides privacy, security, and operational sovereignty for both enterprise and retail consumers, while enabling compliant solutions at the click of a button. Um, and so we come down here with IAGON cloud storage and computing and web hosting. Businesses and individuals can leverage a network of resource providers to facilitate their needs while remaining compliant with their region of operation. Um, and so we're talking about decentralized, cloud based storage rendering that also integrates AI. Um, that's the render of the Cardano ecosystem, if I've ever heard one. So, I mean, if you believe in Cardano and you think that render is worth um you know, investing in, wherever your risk tolerance is. Let's say you think it's worth throwing $5,000 into a render token. Um, you should probably think that some percentage of that is worth going into IAGON if you're a big believer in the Cardano ecosystem. So I just thought I'd throw that opportunity at us for tonight's Cardano spotlight. What do you think, Tyler?
I need $5,000 to put into IAGON. That's what I think.
now that's crazy talk. I like it though. It gets me
I know.
going.
I think render is something to be stick around, and the thing that I like about ADA is they're super loyal to each other. That project, they are always got each other's backs, and they always try to build on honesty, integrity, because you don't hear a lot of rug pulls on top of ADA. But then you go look at Solana, you're like, every coin on top of
Yeah.
Solana is a rug pull, and maybe it's because ADA is so complex that only the nerds get it. But hey,
No one's smart enough to pull rugs on Cardano.
maybe that's it. I don't know, man. But a lot of Cardano projects, people are serious, and they don't F around.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, you either get it or you get out. And so I think with IAGON and the market cap it shows, it's the dominant rendering power token on top of ADA, and I think ADA is going to be huge, especially with it being added to the crypto reserves. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just a matter of time, until it starts moving up in dollars. I always like to compare a lot of coins to like price movement to like Bitcoin, because I remember when Bitcoin was like $15,000, and it took like weeks to get to go like $1,000 up, $2,000 up, $3,000 up. It was like it felt like a 6-month process. Like it was nail bitingly slow, and then you lose it as soon as you get it, and you're like, "Dude, it took so long to get there." But where we're at now with Bitcoin, a lot of people don't remember those times, and you could see Bitcoin's in the sense the price is scalable, so we can move $10,000 in a day.
Yeah.
Like when you're at $16,000, it did not move. The amount of money that people were selling, or people were holding it so tight, you could not get there. So I do believe, like with ADA, when it gets added to the reserves as time goes on, I think the value is just going to keep going up, man. I really do. I think ADA is in it to make it. Woo!
Yeah.
In it to make it. Now I feel like not so much of a giant.
I think we could see $1 trillion market cap by 2030 for ADA.
I think you're crazy.
Well, I mean, I think we will see. Remember, my official prediction, and this isn't my price prediction, but I do think that ADA will flip the market cap of McDonald's in this cycle. So, that's like 218 billion or something. So,
Yeah, well, I think we'll see ADA. What is $1 trillion market cap price for ADA? Do you know that off the top of your head?
divided by 40 billion total supply. So,
Let's say we don't make any more tokens, just say straight up. Not the fact that unlocks and stuff,
well, yeah, that's why I'm just using the total supply. So,
Because I think we'll probably get to, I said before, like $7 to $12 this bull run. Next bull run, I'll say we're in the market of $12 to $20 next market.
$25.
So if I'm thinking, no, I don't think we'll make it by next bull 2030. I think we'll be the bull run after that.
I mean, if you're saying $12, it's only a double from there. I mean, doubles are going to be harder to come by,
I
but
said
yeah.
7 to 12 this time.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
saying next
Yeah.
bull runs to 12 to 20.
Yeah, I think it's possible that it hits a $1 trillion market cap in 2030, but unlikely. In the way that we thought it was possible that Ethereum could flip Bitcoin, and
Well, you never know. Ethereum falls away to the roadside by next bull run. All that money could pour into Cardano.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it would. It would have to share with Solana and Sui and
So
HBAR and
that's the thing.
Algo, and
What do you think the possibility of by 2030, 95% of cryptos won't exist? Or 90%. Let's just say, like, because what I mean by that, like, actual regulation, vigorous coming out through the SEC and the CFTC, kill all the rugs, all the people who are scammers.
Well, it depends on 95% of what, of the, like, 20,000 some odd tokens that exist right now. Yeah, I think that's possible. 95% of stuff that's in the top 1,000, no, I don't think so.
You think about maybe 75% of all tokens might disappear, and they'll leave us 5,000 plus all the new ones that will be coming at that after
Right.
with the regulation.
Right. And the only regulation I see coming down the pipe is like directed toward actual scams. I'm not saying I'm a big fan of the guy, but I think that Gavin Newsom has a good shot at winning the presidency in 2028. And like, you know, as many things as we can point out that are wrong about the guy, he's like really crypto friendly. He wants to he wants to run the California DMV on the Avalanche blockchain, and all kinds of stuff. Like
You see
I
Gavin Woods?
Gavin Newsom.
Oh, okay.
No, not Gavin Wood. I'd never be a Gavin Wood fan, and not just because of what Ben's obviously said about it either. Like, you were saying the same stuff. You were saying that you saw those.
I'm just quoting him.
Yeah.
I'm strictly quoting him, and
Right.
messed up guy.
Right. And like, when I heard you say that you saw that stuff before we were all talking about it, I was like, dang, that's crazy. From the horse's mouth too. Like, so anyways, some people may not even know what in the world we're talking about. But
the older episodes.
But yeah. Gavin Newsom's not sorry, Gavin Wood. Sorry. Yeah, Gavin Wood is
They're one and the same, okay? We go into his closet. I'm sure that there's some nasty skeletons in his closet too. Let's just be real.
Gavin Wood is doesn't yeah, Gavin Wood's not a good guy. So that being said, well, what are our final thoughts?
You should watch Gavin Newsom podcast.
Oh yeah, with Charlie Kirk. That was
in general.
Oh yeah, it's good. Yeah.
It is entertaining. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
My final thoughts on my beer. So I'll show you one more time. Fluffy IPA. Get the glare. Try to get it out of there. Get the glare out of there. Boom, 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 boom. The flavor kind of came a little bit more towards the end of the can. I'm just, man, wasn't a fan. I'm not gonna lie. If I go to the store, it's not my top buy, just because the flavor wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give it a 6.2.
Okay.
And maybe it's because you got me hooked on these doubles and triple IPAs, but it's just kind of bland. Which,
Yeah.
some people like it like that, and more power to you. I like a little bit more flavor in my can. It was super smooth. I'll give you credit where credit's due. It was fantastic for the smoothness, fantastic for the aroma, just popping the can, dude. That was fantastic. Killed me. I loved it. But the flavor, man, like I don't know where it went. Maybe it was just that batch of puffy IPAs. Maybe I'll have to try it again. I had a 6.2. It's not saying it's a bad beer. I'm just saying that it just wasn't super high on my rating list for me personally. And I thought the head went down quick. I thought it was the flavor.
Mhm.
It's like eating oatmeal. Like sometimes oatmeal's delicious, but most of the times if you don't have berries added into the dang oatmeal, it's just milk and oats. It's not my favorite thing. That's just it.
Yeah.
It's there on occasions, but yeah, it's I like that oatmeal like vibe to it. I like my Fruit Loops. Terrible
Yeah.
for you. Tastes great. Mouth's all cut up afterwards. But yeah, anyways, what do you think about yours?
I'm gonna go
Man, you
7.8.
can't no, you gotta finish it. It's a Blockchain and Brew Show. And not just that, but that ending of a can tastes different. You give it the full judge.
Look at the legs on it though. I'm gonna go 7. I'm gonna go 7.8. It's a flagship. Um, they're releasing this several times a year. People aren't like busting down the door to try to get one. Um, but at the same time, Monkish doesn't put out anything bad. So, um, solid 7.8. When you, I mean, sometimes you want that unique orange juice note that you only get in a monkish foggier window. So
Foggiest window.
they do have that too. Yeah, they have a foggy window, foggier window, and
Do they really?
foggiest window. I think. Yeah. Yeah. Well, oh no, enter the fog, and then they have enter the fog dog. Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like I need to try some of their beers.
Yeah. Probably a little too many. And so until the next time, um, see you on the next
Smash
one of the
that like,
Blockchain
man.
Brew Show.
Nope. Smash that like. Hit that bell to subscribe. We're coming back. Don't you worry.
See you on the next one.